Hi everybody, this is Mr. Roche. We are working on our Get Birthday code, and what we were doing in class is we're learning how to set up an interface. So we made a class called Birthday. It has this data which you tend to keep private. People tend to keep their data private in classes following encapsulation and data hiding principles, okay? Um, And what we did is we created a couple constructors, which are good. Okay, this is a constructor. It's a method. It has the same name as a class, and it does things like set up the data in your object. That's basically what it's supposed to do, and kind of initialize stuff for you. Okay, and then what you do is you set up these kind of behaviors or things that your object can do. Okay, so that when you use it over here in another class like main, you can get some stuff done. So what we did is we made a thing called get birthday. So our thing is going to look like this. It's going to say public string get birthday. Okay, and what it's going to do is it's going to like look in the object for data and return stuff from the class. Okay. Well, the challenge here is that we'd like to get birthdays in the form of October like 3rd, 2017. Okay, like Bobby's birthday. Yay, Bobby. Okay, so what you gotta do is, and the thing is, we're keeping our month as an integer. Okay, so like up here. Okay, so what I gotta do is I gotta convert like a numbered month, like 10, into October. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up like a local variable. This is just a variable inside my method, but it still works for us. Okay, so it's local, and I'm going to call it like month word. Okay, and I'm going to set it equal to nothing. Okay, and I think you can do this, but I think it gives you an error when you in the end when you run it, because it could be nothing, and it's the Eclipse is worried about this. So we'll go like that. We'll make it an empty string. Okay, so this is month word. It means nothing, and then you can just go like this. You can say if a month, which is our class variable up here that everybody can see, a month equals 1, then month word equals January. Okay, like that. And then we're going to do this for all the months. Okay, and I'll go ahead and do that. So then basically what I did is I took the month and I took the concept and I expanded it. So what I have is I have 12 of these months. Okay, there are different ways to do this more efficiently, but this actually looks pretty good because it's easily understandable what we're doing. Okay, there's another thing we could use, like called a case switch or whatever, but to do something like this, or we could do a lot of if-then statements. But this gets the job done, so we're okay. And then what I want to do is I want to return to the person who calls it, or the entity that calls it, I want to return some form of a string, and it's going to be like to get like like this, to get that kind of format. I need the month word plus okay. And what I'm doing is I'm stitching together a string like these things too. Okay, these plus signs allow you to do this in strings. So I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to go to space, and then I'm going to need the day. I think it's called in our class. Our variable is called the day. Okay, and to help yourself to like variable names and things like that, you can go like this. Let me see. Where's our birthday thing? No, we called this the main of all main. Let me see. Let me see. Oh no, it's birthday. So let me see. I kept it in here. Let me see. Sorry, my package is class variables and data types. It's in here. And you can kind of open these up too, so you can kind of see what's inside them. But if I open up birthday, it'll give me the list of variables like this. So day is one, so I can get that there. And then I want to add a comma, okay, a comma and a space, and a year, right? Like that. Okay. And I think that'll handle it. It'll be okay. Okay. When you first make birthday, if you don't include a return, you get an automatic error right here. It'll go like add a return statement. It goes, I can't deal with this, and you have to return something of type string. So no matter what, you'd have to have a return string, something like that, or else you get an error. Sort of waiting for you to do this, something like that. Okay. So this is good. We run all this, we get all our Ricky Bobbies. I have 1,000 of them right now, which is probably too many. So let me go back to here and change these guys to 100. And there you go, I got 100 Ricky Bobbies. But what I want to do is I want to add something that says like this. I want to add like my birthday is, and then we can just add birthday. Okay, maybe I'll do this. It's better. And what I need to do is go Bobby 1 in this case, get birthday. Okay. So now if we run this right now, Bobby will okay, let that be. Okay. So they're all stitched together again with plus signs. And let's look at Bobby here for a second. So there. My name is Bobby. My birthday is October 3rd, 2001, and my favorite cake is chocolate. Okay. That sounds pretty good. Okay. So let me see. Oh, I need to put a space here, and then that will be good, right? And then you can do the same kind of concept thing for the other, like for Carrie. Okay. Like Carrie like that. And you can do it for the Bobby clones. So the Bobby clones look like this. Okay. And there you go. So these are good, but Ricky Bobby doesn't have them. We should change the dates for Ricky Bobby probably. But that, and that's that, right? Okay. So since we've got this basically underway here, let's do a couple more for homework. So make 2 additional methods, and then call them over here to test them out. Okay. First one is how old. It determines how old you are. How old you will be in 2050. Okay, so it does this calculation. So we go like this, and we'll say public. It's going to return an int. How will be old in 2050? Okay, or 2050, like that. Okay, and what it'll do is it's going to do the math because it knows how old everybody is and knows what year it is. And what you can figure out is how old you are. Okay, so your code's going to go here. Okay, and notice right now I have an error, so it has to return some kind of int. So just to get over the error, you can just return 0, but you're going to write something else. Okay. Okay, great. Okay, that's one. That's method number 1. And the second one is going to be a public string called can trust me. Okay, and the concept, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but in the 60s they used to say you couldn't trust anybody over 30. So don't trust anyone over 30. Okay, but you can trust me. But the thing is, you say don't trust anybody over 30, and this is going to return, this returns either yes if you are under 30 and no if you are older than 30. Okay, so for me it's going to return no. Okay, for you it should return yes. Okay, so see if you can figure that out. Okay, and we can do something like this for the Ricky Bobbies of the world. We can go like this. Let me see, because we need kind of random ages and things like this. So let me see. In the birthday constructor here, instead of saying age 16, do this. Go math dot random times, I don't know, you could be like up to 100. Okay, and we'll go int like this, and it'll make a kind of a random number for us. Okay, which we talked about like last class. So now we can do that. Okay, and then we'll get an automatic age. Okay, and for the year, I guess we could do 2017, so it's accurate minus age. Okay, so it'll take you back maybe 100 years to 1917. Wow. Okay. But yeah, okay. And then we can do other things to kind of randomize the cakes and stuff like that. Like I don't want to get into that, but that's good. Okay. So if you do this, make these changes, then all of a sudden Ricky Bobby will run differently. Okay. Like all the Bobby clones. See, they all have different birth dates. Okay, and that's good. And then we can test out some other info about them. Okay, okay. So do that, and so make these two changes. Okay, up in the first constructor, and some of this is just learning how to like run around in these things. They start looking complicated, but we can handle it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change age in the first constructor, the default one. Okay, and I made these two changes. Okay, to allow the Bobby clones to have different birthdays. Okay, quickly, and I'm going to program this method to go how old in 2050, and can you trust me? Okay, and again, never trust anybody over 30. Over 30. Okay, and that comes from like the 60s. Let me see if we can find that. Okay. There, I guess it's Jack Weisberg. Okay, you can see this.
And remember, don't trust anyone over 30!
Thank you.
And remember,